Domo domo, what is up everybody? This is official Jujutsu Kaisen translator Steady here. Welcome back to the Manga Lounge. But today we're reading a new series. Just started in the most recent edition of Shonen Jump. We've got a manga called Time Paradox Ghostwriter. Now, I figured I'd give the first chapter a little read here. Whether this is going to become kind of like a regular series or not, I mean, I'm not too sure. I don't know how I'll enjoy the series, but from what I hear, it's supposed to be pretty good. From kind of the few tweets that I've heard here and there, and it seems to be the general consensus is that it's kind of a cross between like a Steins Gate and Bakuman, kind of a time travel meets manga writing, the making of manga kind of deal. So the life of a mangaka in time travel circumstances, which sounds pretty cool. You can kind of imagine the twists and turns that might happen with that. So, but yeah, it's kind of refreshing for me. Usually when I do these Jujutsu Kaisen, manga lounges, I'm pretty in there with the analysis mode. But today it's a kind of a little bit more relaxed, and I'll be able to just kind of enjoy. But yeah, so if you wanted to read along, make sure you get out your Shonen Jump app, and let's dive right in. Thank you very much for leaving a like if you do choose to do so, spreading that positive juju. I always appreciate it. Alright, Time Paradox Ghostwriter, Chapter 1. Alright, big storm going on. Ding! The microwave, that's... Okay, so yeah, that's immediately Steins Gate-esque right there, right? Every week from that day on, the microwave sitting in my apartment sped out an issue of Weekly Shonen Jump from 10 years in the future. That's pretty cool. Interesting concept. Yep, story by Kenji Ichima. Art by Tsunehiro Date. Okay, so it's one of those that has the different story versus art. And the translation is by Steven. Oh, and the lettering is by Snare. He also does the lettering for Jujutsu Kaisen. Chapter 1, Jump Through Weekly Time. Huh, I'm already intrigued with just kind of the general premise. It sounds kind of shady too, though. I'm sure that because Ghostwriter, if you don't know, like Ghostwriter is very it can kind of lead to trouble because it's supposed to be the concept, from how I understand it anyways, is that like you'll have the face of the writer, like someone, who's the face, but then behind the scenes there's actually someone else who's actually writing stories and things like that. There was actually an incident a couple years ago in Japan that was actually made the news too, because a famous, this isn't mangaka or anything, but a famous writer was revealed that he was actually just the face of these famous books and stuff. And anyways, that's why when I hear Ghostwriter, it seems kind of like maybe it's going to be a little bit of a shady business, but we'll see. At one point in their life, everyone dreams of reaching for the sky and actually seizing the star they've had their eye on. A pro athlete, a pop singer, actor, model. Everyone has a dream at some point. But the number of people who actually stretch for that star are very few in number. Out of those, the ones who can reach it are even fewer. True. And only the smallest handful actually catch it. I did it! I caught it. Oh crap! As he falls down the the tree. Everything is all right. Is everything all right? The art style is very. I like the cleanliness, so to speak, of it. It's kind of refreshing, especially when I'm looking at not to say that I don't like Jujutsu Kaisen art. I absolutely love it, but sometimes it's just the contrast between seeing this kind of just like not straight, but like clean lines and stuff. It's very different from Jujutsu Kaisen. It's perfectly fine. See, still intact. Star balloon. I didn't mean the balloon. Here you go, kid. Don't let go this time. I promise. Thank you. Thank you so much. If there's anything I can do to repay you, don't mention it. It was a valuable experience. I bet this will make for a great manga idea. Manga? Oops, I'm gonna be late for my meeting. So long. So the main character is a mangaka. Whoa, and it's like very, it's very Bakuman, but like even more so because they actually have Shueisha, not Shonen Jaku in Bakuman. Bakuman, I don't know if it's really worth talking about, but I definitely have mixed feelings on that series. It's a series that I did not grow up with. I actually just recently visited it a few months ago, and I liked very small parts of it, if I'm honest. It was hard to swallow after a while, if I'm honest, but I guts through it. Anyway, Weekly Shonen Jump editorial department. Well, this is cool. A little look into since its founding in 1968. Oh, I'm gonna put that down. Since its founding in 1968, this magazine has brought hit series after hit series to all the annals of manga history. This is the place where Weekly Shonen Jump is put together. I'm here in the meeting space adjacent to the editorial department. Who am I? I'm Teppei Sasaki, age 24. And I'm a hopeful future mangaka trying to seize my star by getting a series in the pages of my favorite magazine since I was a kid, Shonen Jump. Kisuke, Teppei Sasaki's editor. So he's looking through the draft here. Gosh, he always reads them so fast. There's a typical process to getting a series in the magazine. Rookie Artist Award. Number 2, run a one-shot. Number 3, full series. So that's kind of the process, I guess. And Jump isn't the only place that works this way. I went to a special manga-focused art school. When I submitted an entry at age 20, I received a runner-up prize in the rookie contest. After graduating, I moved to Tokyo and worked part-time jobs while doing assistant work for pro mangaka. I've been doing this for 4 whole years, and yet I still haven't passed the one-shot checkpoint that would mark my debut as a pro mangaka. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cutthroat from what I gather. I mean, it's you're talking about the 1% of the 1%, right? If I want to get my manga published, it's the first step is to show my editor the storyboards and get his approval. Storyboards are like a rough draft. Some artists just write down a list of dialogue, while others draw it out to the point nearly being a finished product. Oh, I didn't know that there's the kind of the spectrum of drafts there. All the storyboards that the editors have approved get collected, and the best of them get highlighted at the selection meeting. At the round table. Only the ones that survive this process get the right to be published. Selected for publication, yes. But of course, if your editor doesn't give your approval, it'll never even get to that meeting and never ever get published, right? This is called getting rejected. Ever since that rookie award, I've spent years getting rejected by this editor. I don't have anything to show for the last 4 years. Maybe I just don't have the talent. But even still, I'm not going to stop reaching for that star. Here we go with the... I don't know what it is. I think... I know it's Shonen Jump and all that. I get it. But this whole, like... I'm starting to get a little bit less and less... how to say, less and less patient for this, like, really hitting it on the nose. Like, I'm gonna grab my dream. I think, like, Zipman, I think that's what really kind of killed it for me, too. Like, Zipman, the whole, like, I'm gonna make everyone smile. Like, that's great and all that. I get it. But, like, maybe it's just... maybe I'm just becoming... getting older and more bitter or something. I don't know. But I get it, Shonen Jump, like I said. But, anyways... this storyboard is my all-time best. I spent 2 months refining it. I'm certain that this time he won't reject it out of hand. This sucks. It's terrible. This guy's pretty intense. Pedestrian premise, flat characters, boring. It's not like any of part of it is especially bad. The problem is that nothing about it is good. Yeah, I mean, it's these days, I mean, there's just the competition's so rough, right? You have to have something that really, the X factor, right? So it needs to be grounded in something foundationally good, but it needs to have something to kind of make it stand out from the crowd, right? So, are you saying it's rejected then? Yep, rejected. You see, Sasaki, the problem is that your manga is too normal. There's nothing weird or personal about it. You should draw something that only you can draw. Yeah. That's what I'd say. I can't submit this to the meeting. So long. What? That's it? Yeah, I mean, of course. Sorry, man. Got a lot of work to do to get back to. He's taking a smoke break. He might as well be saying my manga is less important than smoking a cigarette. That really hurts. I mean, you have to kind of... I mean, I don't know. I'm not an editor, but you have to kind of see the editor's perspective on this stuff too. They see, I'm sure, hundreds, thousands of these works, and they gain a very discerning eye. And unless it catches their attention, I mean, it's you have personal taste and things like that too, but they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing for the most part. Will you take one more look tomorrow? I'll draw another storyboard. Tomorrow? You're going to draw a new 47-page draft? I'll do it. Look, this is kind of sudden. I've got a lot of work to do. Please! I've got everything riding on the next selection meeting. Fine, show up at 1 o'clock. If I get a moment, I'll glance over it. Thank you so much, I really appreciate it. Yeah. So he runs home and starts scratching away. In addition to Shonen Jump proper, there are special editions that mostly focus on one-shots from newcomers. I like this kind of educational bit, and I mean, to be honest, I have no idea how accurate it is or not accurate it is. The selection meeting for those issues is in 2 days. The deadline to submit storyboards for the meeting is tomorrow. The storyboard I brought him today was my best yet, and I didn't think he'd dump the whole thing. I thought I'd have a day to make a few alterations and get it ready for the meeting. I was naive. I've been drawing manga for over 10 years, and I still can't judge my own work objectively. 3 days from now, the day after the selection meeting, I'm going to turn 25. All the friends I made at school have gotten steady jobs by now. I bet I'm the only one who's worried about making rent next month. How long can an utterly average guy like me continue reaching for the star of my dreams without a single thing to show it for it? I'm done! Wow, he's got injuries and I'm sure that's not good for the wrist. Okay, time to give it a read. Be objective, Teppe. Yes, it's great. I'm sure this one will pass the test. Oh crap, I'm gonna be late. Sticking to a schedule is the very minimum requirement of a mangaka. Phew, just barely made it. Don't fall asleep or you'll miss your stop. He's stabbing himself to keep himself awake. Next stop, Jinbocho. Yeah. I should make one final pass before Mr. Kisuke shows up. I spent 3.5 hours waiting at the meeting space. Thanks for waiting. Alright, let's take a look. So the editor is there. Thank you so much. Sure. This day, his speed reading felt much longer than usual. Alright, I've finished reading. And? What do you think? Probably rejected, right? Yeah. The story is completely empty. There's nothing in it at all. Let me ask you, what did you find interesting about it? You said my characters were boring yesterday, so I was focusing on making the characters unique and quirky this time. Okay. A character being quirky and a character being interesting are two separate things. Very, very true. And I'm gonna plug a little thing for Jujutsu Kaisen here. That's what makes Jujutsu Kaisen. They're a lot of quirky characters, but they're not just quirky. They're very interesting too. Interesting in the sense that they make you want to know more about them. I think that's what speaks to a really compelling character is, quirky is fine and all, but if you find yourself saying, "Oh, I can't wait for the next time for this character to show up and this and that, find out more about them," that's when you got a really compelling character, right? And for one thing, these characters aren't even that quirky. They're all completely typical. I've seen these characters a million times. I can tell you that you made them look different, but if they feel too similar, the effect just backfires. You have to make the characters that the reader's never seen before. Anyone can draw these characters, even I could draw them. Editors don't need stuff we can make ourselves. We want artists with a creative vision, a style that only they can create. Don't you have anything left like that? Some message you want to tell people? Something that you think you can only you draw? Let me try that again. Something that you think only you can draw. There we go. No, I just want to make something a lot of people will enjoy. Who is a lot of people? Who's going to enjoy reading something any random person can draw? The readers are tough. Yeah, if that's what you want, don't waste your time with this bland nonsense. Come up with bizarre characters and settings. Amp up the sex and violence and make it a challenge to read. You'll only capture a small audience, but at least it's something with value. Very true. So your advice is to aim for a cult audience? I'm just saying, even that would be better than this. But even still, what I want is to draw something that everyone can enjoy. Yeah, there it is. If you want to draw what you like and get complimented for it, then why don't you go back home to the countryside and bask in the adoration of your friends and family? Oh, that's pretty intense. That's my advice to you. I'm not submitting that storyboard either. Oh, he's very distraught, walking home in the rain. Walking by Konbini. An umbrella would cost 5 days of my food budget. 5 days. So an umbrella in Japan, they have these things called like 100 yen gasa. 100 yen, like $1 umbrellas. So he has 20 yen, 20 cents a day for food. Doesn't sound right. Anyways, Co-op Tanioke. He looks like he's about to die. A manga school? Is that going to lead to a job? The job is that I'll be a mangaka. I'm serious about this. Oh wow, look at that. Look at Okano. He's got to the group of finalists. You really are a genius, Okano. So this Okano guy maybe is going to be like a rival or a sub character. You really are a genius, Okano. Sorry, I said that already. Crap, I need to hurry up. Hello? Yes, this is Sasaki. What? I got a runner-up? Yes! This is the flashback. You win. You're the real genius, Sasaki. Here, you can have this. What is this? Mirai, the robot from the future? No, really. What is that? You know the line, the future is in our hands. No, I have no idea what you mean. You need some Blue Hearts CDs. Blue Hearts! Blue Hearts is a famous Japanese, kind of like a punk rock band. They're not active right now, but back in the day. Really good stuff. Well, be careful, dear. Just call home if you ever need money. I'll be fine. I'll get some part-time jobs to make ends meet. That's rough. Look at his eyes, so full of hope. I've made it. This is where I start. Can I make it home for the holiday? I don't know, Mom. My manager asked me to work a shift. No, I told you I've got enough money. No, I'm drawing something for the next selection meeting. Yeah. You can come back home anytime if you want to, you know. Yeah. If I open my mouth right now and take a breath, and the words I quit come out, then I'll quit. Thunder, thunder, thunder. Oh, something crazy is about to happen. I quit, yeah. Here we go. Oh, jeez. A bolt of lightning hits the house. What was that, lightning? Did we get hit by lightning? Oh, and the microwave turning into a time machine. No, why? I'm so glad I have a bucket in the apartment. No, jeez, don't do that. Well, I guess it worked. That doesn't sound right, though. I'm pretty sure you don't throw a bucket of water on electrical equipment, even if it's on fire. But maybe. Wow, my fridge melted shut. It won't open. And the microwave? Wait, does this still work? Even Mirai the robot that Okano gave to me. It was actually kind of emotional support for me. What does this mean? Why did it happen right as I was ready to give up for good? Ding! The microwave's still working. Short company. Huh? Wait, it just went ding. Why would you ding? What were you heating up? I mean, I know you're nice and toasty now. It must be broken, I'm sure. But I didn't put anything inside, right? Oh, well, might as well open it up to see why it went ding. Like, ding is, in Japan, we describe that sound ding as ching. Ching, like people even call microwaves ching by the sound. Like, it would be like a Westerner calling a microwave, hey, can you go put it in the ding for 10 seconds? It's like that kind of idea. What? There's a Shonen Jump inside. This is cool. What the heck? Did I get so tired during my all-nighter that I accidentally put an issue of Shonen Jump in the microwave? Yikes. What issue is this, though? I don't remember this new series on the cover. Do I have any copies so old that I forgot what was in it? Huh? 2030? This year is 2020. No question about that. Eee! What's going on? Is this your future power, Mirai? Ha 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 ha, he's going crazy. No, really, what is this? A prank? Yeah, it must be some hidden camera prank. The cover's a fake, and the inside is probably the same old Jump, right? No way. I don't know a single one of these manga. Oh, One Piece is done, I guess. Is this for real? I guess, is Jujutsu Kaisen done too? Is this for real? I know it's not that crazy for all the series to be different in a 10-year span, huh? So wait, is this an actual issue of Jump from 10 years in the future? Is that even possible? Flap. A new series called White Knight by Itsuki Aino. Never heard of them. I guess that's a new artist who debuts over the next 10 years. What is he going to do? He's going to copy it? That's why Ghostwriter. That's kind of the shady business I was talking about, right? He's going to maybe take this material. That's not good. That's plagiarism. It's amazing. What's with that series? It's so good. The characters, the concept, the dramatic flow, it's all perfect. I can't think of a single flaw with that first chapter. I've never cried reading a chapter 1 before. Okay, here we go, a long one.
A world where never-ending night exists in a kind of natural disaster. In order to bring an end to the night, the ghost who rules the night must be vanquished. A simple but bold statement with an orthodox concept. Perfect use of callback and emotional drama throughout the flow of the chapter. A total depiction of a hero's way of life and a natural emotional logic to how the plot flows. No words short of genius can describe this concept. Fantastic. But most importantly, the protagonist is incredible. He's refreshing and good-natured, which makes him likable, of course, but his tragic upbringing makes him sympathetic too.
One eternity later.
And because he lives his life to the fullest without dwelling on that backstory, it all ties together in a big battle scene spread where he gets out of trouble in the climax of the chapter.
If that doesn't get you going, you don't have blood running in your veins. I guess so. It sounds pretty orthodox to me. Holy crap, just remembering it now is making my hands tremble. I gotta go back and read it again. I think I left it on the top of the fridge. Huh? It's gone. Interesting. But I'm sure I put it right here. Where did it go? Where's the future Jump? Haha. I'm such an idiot. Of course there's no time-traveling Shonen Jump. I just went a little loopy from my all-nighter and I was dreaming or hallucinating. Huh? Dreaming? Hallucinating? Even if either of those are true, that's still an undeniable fact behind this. And that's that White Knight is an absolute masterpiece of a manga. What am I doing? I gotta draw. Who cares if it was a dream? The point is that it came out of my brain. After all those years of thinking about manga, I finally learned how to craft a storyboard in my dreams. My subconscious has surpassed my conscious mind and produced a sublime work of manga art, far beyond my waking abilities. That must be it. Oh my gosh, this is a lot of text. But to turn the first chapter of the series into a one-shot, I have to cut down the number of pages. Chapter 1 is always 54 pages, while the one-shot is 48. Not 47. That's 7 pages to cut out. First, I can reduce the number of characters. I think I'll work with just the hero, the heroine, and the hero's mentor. I should probably just remove the other principal. Oh my gosh. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, sorry. I'm not going to read all that. It's good and all, but I'm not going to put you guys through that, is what I mean. Okay, anyways. Alright, I didn't make an agreement to meet with Mr. Kikse. 2 all-nighters in a row. 2 all-nighters in a row is making me loopy. Hello, what do you want, Sasaki? Sorry to bother you. Could you come look at my storyboard? It'll only take a minute. I've really got a good one this time. Huh? Right now? You can't just call out of the blue. Besides, the deadline was yesterday. But you haven't had the meeting yet, have you? Please. If this doesn't work out, I'm quitting manga. Huh? Why is that my problem? Quit then. Beep, beep. Oh, jeez. Excuse me. Where's your entry pass? Hey, I'm sorry. I've really done it now, but it's true. I'll turn the world upside down. You wouldn't believe what a fantastic manga I've drawn. It's a miracle. You just have to give me a chance. Mr. Kikse. Sasaki? Oh man, he went running into the editorial department. Please read my storyboard. What are you doing? Please, sir, just read it. It's a miracle. Huh? A miracle? What are you... Please, I'm begging you, just read it. It's the last time I'll ever ask. What? Let go. Give up, man. You have no talent. Your manga might as well be a blank stack of paper. There's nothing there on the page. I've stuck with you out of social obligation, but I don't want to see you anymore. A miracle? Yeah, right. I don't care what miracle it is. Nothing is going to take you from being a talentless hack to a real mangaka. Oh, sorry. This is a lot of text, right? Sorry. This isn't fun and games. Professional manga is serious business. Really? That's incredible. Editor-in-chief. The editor-in-chief? So, Kikse, you can tell who has talent and who doesn't? That's really something. I've been in this 20 years, and I still can't tell. But I see you've got it all figured out. Sorry, sir. I apologize. I got a bit carried away. But you're not without fault either. You can't just barge into the office without permission, you know. I'm really sorry about this. Why did you go to such extremes? Why can't you wait for the next round? I did wait. I've been waiting. I waited for myself to come around, for the day I was ready to be a mangaka. But it just hasn't worked out. And if I can't do it today, then there's no point in trying tomorrow. A crime is a crime. But the manga isn't responsible for trespassing. Let's give it a read. Besides, I like your award winner, Sasaki. Huh? He remembers my story from 4 years ago? Here we go. So he reads it. I don't think we can run this in a special issue. Oh my gosh. I don't even have to turn the page and I already know what it's going to be. It's going to be, we need to put this in Shonen Jump right now. Let me guess. Yeah, this one should go straight into Shonen Jump. Yeah, no I'm sorry, it's so predictable. It's good. In fact, it's astounding. Huh? What? Arisawa, go and copy this. Yes, sir. Have you even heard the editor-in-chief say that about a submission? What kind of story is it? Hey, I want to see it too. Whoa, this is incredible. How'd you do this? Can't believe I'm going to cry over a storyboard. You're right, it's amazing. This is going to be a huge hit. We got to run this as a series. Who is this Sasaki kid? Is he really a rookie? Wait, is this really your work? Yes, I created this. The only question is the reader response. It's going to be a hit. It can't fail. So whoever it is that, what was it again? The name of the writer of the White Knight? Itsuki Aino. I bet you this person's going to run into the Itsuki Aino and it's going to be kind of like a young version of them, and there's going to be that. Even if it's unanimous, there's no need for a vote. Let's put this in the next open one-shot slot. I'm sure it will develop well as a series, so think about how you'll flesh it out while you're drawing the one-shot. Muneoka, you'll be working with Sasaki. Oh, really? Score. But sir, what about me? Weren't you just saying you never wanted to work with him again? Your own fault, sucker. Can't take that back. Here's to a long relationship, Sasaki. I'm so jealous, Muneoka. Yes, nice to meet. And he just falls over. I'm finally going to see the light of day. In order to complete the story with the best possible quality, I traveled back home. Sorry, Okano, I had a house fire and it melted poor Mirai. So he's got that guy as the one that gave him the robot as an assistant now. What? That's really how you repay me? Well, at least you're all right. And got my old classmates from the academy to help with backgrounds and screen tones. But I do wonder how much of that dream, how much of that was a dream after all. Believe it or not, my debut one-shot, White Knight, went up against the weekly Shonen Jump lineup and came in first in the reader surveys by a mile. It was an extreme feat for a one-shot, to say the least. But because I hadn't returned to Tokyo yet due to wanting to be celebrated with my friends back home, I still had no idea that what happened wasn't a dream at all, and that my microwave was continuing to spit out issues of Shonen Jump from 10 years in the future. Ding, 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 manga, 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 manga. Kochi Prefecture, Kochi. Ichan, did you hear me? I just brought back this week's issue of Shonen Jump, dear. I'll just leave it here at the door. Don't forget to eat your food. Takes it out. What is my White Knight doing in Shonen Jump? Oh, yeah, there it is. Itsuki Aino, age 17, high school junior, non-attending. This is a story about moving forward into the future. A story that leads to a tomorrow that was never supposed to happen. How dare you, Teppei Sasaki? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was a pretty cool chapter 1. Interesting, very interesting premise. Again, I really like the art. It's very, very easy to follow. I do definitely enjoy that part about it, and I was definitely a little bit harsh on a couple places here and there, but I mean it's hard to judge by a chapter 1. It'll be interesting to see how this kind of the character, you know, between Itsuki and Teppei, what's going to kind of go on there. I mean, I don't want to sound like too plain and stuff, but it has potential. It's, of course, everything does after the first chapter. You know, it's who knows. Yeah, I mean, like I said at the beginning of the video, this isn't really like me saying that this is going to be a new read-through story. Maybe after a few chapters I might make that decision or not, but I figured it was just fun to at least kind of go through a chapter 1 since it is a new series and seemed pretty interesting. Yeah, I think I just of course I think with chapter 1 you just kind of have to establish certain kind of Shonen Jump tropes, so to speak. Like I said, I think I just have a little less and less patience for that kind of stuff, if I'm honest. I like the editor was saying, I want to see something different, right? So that's kind of the dangerous part of making a manga about making manga, right? Is that when they talk all these really kind of like theoretically really interesting things about like, oh, it shouldn't be pedestrian and this and that, but when the manga itself has these really pedestrian tropes, you're just like, it's kind of just shooting itself in the foot, right? But anyways, yeah, I'll keep on reading it. Let me know what you thought of the series, if you tend to agree with a couple of my critiques, or if you thought it was a lot better than I did, or if you didn't like it at all. Let me know, and I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Thanks for leaving that like, and stay tuned. We'll see you in the next video, alright? With that, you know how we do. Mata yoroshiku! Jane, bye bye!